Check. 1, 2, 3.
The D. Brief. This is the D Brief.
Your guide to Detroit.
Your guide to Detroit's
arts and entertainment scene.
This is the D
Brief.
And we're back.
Oh my gosh, it's been a long time away. How are you?
It has been. How are you? I'm good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Look, here's the deal. I'm your co-host. My name is Seth Resler.
And I'm Becky Scarcello.
And we have been away. We've been playing reruns on the podcast while we've been away, so hopefully you haven't missed us too much.
Too much, yes.
But that's because we're making some tweaks to the show.
Mm-hmm. So one thing that I'm super excited about is we're now going to be playing music from local artists on the show. And we have a process to do so. So if you're a local musician, listen up. Go straight to our website, which has a new look to it, some new changes. Right on the debriefdetroit.com homepage, you can click a button and submit your songs.
Yeah, not just if you're a musician. If you're a comedian as well, you can submit a comedy track because a lot of local comedians have been out there recording albums. In fact, in order to showcase more comedians, we are also going to Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle once a month, and we are recording the open mic there and just taking some snippets that you're going to start hearing here and there on the show to showcase some of the great work that comedians are doing here in town as well.
Yeah, that's the key word, showcase. I think we're all about the changes are all about showcasing local talent in all forms.
Musician, comedy, we got you covered. Yep. The other change that we're making is this show is now going to come out 4 days a week. Shorter episodes, more often. Basically, we want you to get up and start your morning with us.
Get into a routine.
Yeah, and this is going to be a great way to just follow what's going on in the art scene here in the Detroit area because there's a lot of great stuff going on.
Yeah, so I like to say submit your bits and tune in more often. How about that?
Submit your bits?
Comedy bits. Submit your bits.
Yeah, okay. Becky will take your bits.
All about the bits.
Yeah, all
the
right.
bits and the tunes. Rusty.
One thing that's not going to change in 2020 is that we have a stable of experts who call in from time to time to tell us a little bit about what's going on in their area of expertise. One of the first people that we wanted to call up for this year, of course, is Delisi from Essential Music over on WDET. She hosts it every Saturday and Sunday morning. Ann, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Happy New Year. It's not too late to say that. No. Larry David doesn't like that much, but I'm fine to say Happy New Year still.
Yeah, Happy New Year. We're just back after a hiatus. It's a new year. We're good with that. I think you can go through like the end of January.
I watched the first episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and Larry David said you can't say Happy New Year past a week or so.
Well, he's a curmudgeon.
Yeah. I might be in his camp, though.
You're a curmudgeon.
Well, all right, so there you go.
That makes sense.
I learned from the best.
Cut from the same cloth.
That's right.
And let's talk about this video that you have been involved with, because I'm seeing it all over the place. Can you tell us? You know the one I'm talking about, right?
The One Nation Under a Groove.
Yeah. This was the video of One Nation Under a Groove that was originally done by Funkadelic and redone and sort of reimagined by the Detroit Arts Academy Choir. And they were basically pulled into this by Mike Ellison, who was working with Octane Design, and Bill Bowen over at Octane by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, and they wanted a video produced. And so this was kind of the thinking behind it. Let's do this really uplifting video. These kids are amazing. They're shot all over Detroit. All this footage is shot of them in all these landmark locations in Detroit. And this version of it was created by LaShawn Gary. And so in addition to that, we decided to pull in all of these percussionists. So there's Rain Man, Chi Amun-Ra, Larry Fratangelo, who performed on the original version with George Clinton, Ife Bess, Dr. Ross Mikey C did the dancing in it, and it just took off. I mean, it went viral. We couldn't believe it over the holidays, when it went up on YouTube. And we just thought, oh, this is a really cool video. Everybody was proud of it. I did some project managing of it, kind of behind the scenes stuff. And it just passed 1 million views on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, congratulations.
I mean, it's so infectious and it's so fun. It's so well done. I know when it came out, I just immediately shared it everywhere I could. And then other people were sharing it. It just makes people smile.
I'll make a prediction right now. Had Jeff Bezos seen this video, we would have had the Amazon headquarters here.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know what? You might be right about that, because it's been seen all over the world.
Yeah.
And, these kids are just like these wonderful ambassadors, and it's a song that is so infectious. And I have to hand it to Bill Bowen at Octane Design, because he shot and edited that whole thing, which was an unbelievable undertaking and labor of love for him. So he's really quite brilliant, and Mike Ellison working to get all of these artists together. But these kids were just awesome, and we were excited to work with them. So it's like a love letter to the Motor City. If anybody wants to know what Detroit looks like, this is a perfect video for them to see.
Yeah, I mean, you got like Rosa Parks bus in there from the Henry Ford, and there's the DIA and the Charles Wright, and just so many iconic, cool locations. It's it's just so well done.
I have an embarrassing story about the Rosa Parks bus, which is that I was there at the Henry Ford Museum, and I had never been there before. And I saw the bus, and I went on, and, I just sat down in one of the seats. And, there's a lot of other people there. A lot of them are African-American. And there's a button you push, and it shines a light on the seat
where Rosa was. You sat in that seat?
I did not realize that I was sitting in the seat.
Oh, no.
And the light shone on me, and that was a little awkward.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you got up.
I got up. I was like, no. So,
I think I'm going to change my seat.
Yeah. Well, I have to say too, before we stop talking about the video, is if you're one of the two people that haven't seen it yet, it's larger than life on the TCF Center right outside there,
it's
on the big
amazing.
Screen.
We'll post it on our website as well, so that everybody can see it, and we'll post it on social media too. And let's talk a little bit about 2020. What artists are you looking forward to, especially artists from here in the Detroit area?
Well, at the last part of 2019, Jax Anderson. So she's from Flint Eastwood, and now she has gotten rid of her and goes under her own name, Jax Anderson. And she was working diligently on getting this new EP out that came out at the end of last year called Heal. And then she took to the road, and her social media is incredibly active. She's got this amazing point of view where it's about tolerance, it's about love, it's about peace. And she's been touring, and she's going to do a hometown show at L Club on February 8th. And so it is exciting to see her sort of with this new identity under her own name, performing. And she's just brilliant. I've talked to her a number of times, and she's just got her heart in the right place about all of this. So she's going to have a big year this year, I predict. And another artist I wanted to mention is Anna Birch. Kind of burst on with this album, Quit the Curse, a couple of years ago, toured like crazy. And now she's got a new album coming out called If You're Dreaming. It'll be out in April. The new single's out called Not So Bad. So she's had quite a ride over the last couple of years. So it's going to be interesting to hear what this album is all about. And then there's this other artist. He is a banjo and fiddle virtuoso. His name is Aaron Jonah Lewis. He's got this new project out called Mozart of the Banjo. And so he tours all over the place. He is taught in all over the world, like at the Academy, the Royal Scottish Academy of Music and Drama. He's taught in London. And so he's just this like ambassador, and he's currently based in Detroit. And so he has this new project called Mozart of the Banjo. So if anybody loves that kind of music, this is certainly going to be something to explore. Also, his next gig is going to be the Square Dance Society at the Gaelic League on Friday the 25th. Have you guys heard anything about this?
No.
This is this big square dance thing.
Okay.
And so it's a potluck. And so there's potluck at 7 o'clock. And then at 8 o'clock, everybody dances. You don't have to have any experience in square dancing. And he's going to be performing at that. And I used to square dance as a kid. I had to take it in school. Did you guys have to do that?
I did, yeah.
No?
Yeah.
I don't know the first thing about square dancing,
We had to take
honest.
square dance. It was like part of gym or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for your brain, I think. So anyway, so this open sort of square dance thing that happens at the Gaelic League, he's going to be performing at the next one, and I think it's going to be great fun. So anyway, it's on Friday the 25th, no experience, potluck at 7, dancing at 8, and this guy's really got the goods, I have to say.
I love it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go to aaronjonalewis.com. So that's something a little bit different for all of us. And a little twang never hurt anybody, I say.
That's right. Or, a potluck, some Jell-O salad. What
do you bring to a square dance? What's the appropriate? I like cornbread. I don't even know.
Yeah, maybe some hush puppies.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's really a good question. I think. I think in this case it is Detroit after all. It's a square dance in Detroit, so you could just bring coney dogs and you'll be good to go.
I feel like that's just the answer to everything.
It is. Yeah. Maybe some stuffed cabbage. I'm feeling a little stuffed cabbagey with the square dance.
Stuffed cabbage sounds good. Actually, I'm hungry. It all sounds great.
I know, right?
All right. Well, Ann, thank you so much for checking in. Happy New Year. I guess we can say that while we still can.
Yeah.
This is your last chance. Yeah.
People, of course, can check out Essential Music. It is weekend mornings on WDET 101.9. And Ann, thanks for checking in.
Thanks so much, you guys. I'll talk to you soon.
The other thing that we're still going to be doing throughout 2020 is giving shout-outs to folks locally, just things that we want to highlight that people are doing that we are excited about. Becky, let's start with you. What's your first shout-out of 2020?
Okay, so you may have noticed I brought a little goodie bag here.
I did.
Are you wondering what's in the brown paper bag?
The brown paper bag? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just figured you were an alcoholic and you were,
Au contraire. Now, I did maybe indulge a bit over the holidays.
Who didn't?
So, yes, I'm sure a bunch of people out there did. So
you should do that January thing. What do they call it? The dry January?
Dry January. Exactly. So I have a perfect thing for that. See what I'm taking out of the bag here?
All right. So we got bottles.
Offering you a beer, right? So it's a brown, long-necked bottle with a snazzy label. A couple of different colors here. It's actually electrolyte-infused water made to look like a cool bar beverage.
So this is if you're the designated driver, you can go hang out with your friends.
If you're that, or if you want to partake in Dry January, you don't want to drink, but you still want to hang with the crew, right?
Or this is just your 7th, 8th, 9th drink of the night.
That too. So either way along the spectrum.
Suggested uses only.
Mm-hmm. But it's called Wingman Water. Cater Wingman Water. Okay. So I have here lime or grapefruit. What do you want to try?
I'll try lime.
Okay. So there you go.
Did you bring an opener?
It's Twist Off.
It's we're going to find out.
Yeah. Right?
That brings me to my other New Year's resolution.
Okay.
Somebody clearly needs to work out.
I have been working out, and you have not so much, because mine came off very easily. Okay?
Yeah, it tastes like lime.
Yep, and I'm trying the grapefruit one. It's refreshing, right?
It's it's lime water. But I feel like I'm drinking it out of a beer. Why is it called Wingman water?
So Wingman, you go to the bar, you have your wingman, right? Your person to hang with you, to help you meet people, to have your back.
Yes.
So this water has your back. You can hang. You can be part of the party.
I don't see how water helps me get laid. All right, never in my life.
Well, you're taking it just maybe a little too literally. But
I think they should. You know how Snapple has the little quotes underneath the cat. I think this needs pickup lines.
Pickup lines. Well, let's make some up. What are your best lines?
I got the F, the C, and the K, baby. All I need is you. I always like that one.
All right. Well, that wouldn't work on my caliber of. Okay.
Oh, you're too highbrow?
Yeah.
What pickup line would work on you?
Classier. You know what? I'm just going to keep talking about the Wingman water. No, but seriously. So I think this is really cool. And it was started by brothers. It's a Royal Oak business, local. You can get it tons of local places like Bush's, Plum Market, Holiday Market, Whole Foods, and a bunch of bars and restaurants are starting to carry it too. So instead of, going up to the bar like, I'll have a club soda, you can actually get a bottle of something.
This is the big prediction for 2019. It was the year of seltzer water with alcohol. Now it's just the year of water with no alcohol.
Exactly. In a cool packaging. But also it's actually good for you. Like this is all natural. There's no junk in here. No chemicals, nothing yucky. So
let's get to my shout out.
Cheers.
I want to give a shout out to a guy that we talk about a lot on this podcast. Eminem's got a surprise new album that he just dropped over the weekend. It's called Music to Get Murdered By. You know, I figure it's got to be hard if you're Eminem to name new albums because he kind of ran through that whole, you know, Slim Shady and Marshall Mathers and
all the monikers.
All the monikers. And then that ran out and he didn't know his career was going to go as long as it did. This is his 11th album.
I know, it's amazing. Yeah. The cover art's really cool. It's kind of a nod to what Hitchcock. Yeah. So it's clever. It was a surprise. Our friend Louis Resto is one of the producers and plays piano.
Local musician here. Hangs out in Eastern Market.
And Royce to 5'9". I mean, this is a really local Detroiter project.
There is some controversy. There's the song Darkness on there, which is about the Las Vegas shooting.
Right.
And it, you know, obviously here in Michigan, you've got some people who are fine with gun control and a lot of people who aren't. And so there's been a little bit of backlash because of that. And a lot of people basically saying, look, you know, celebrities should just shut up about political issues. This is something that we're seeing over and over, like Ricky Gervais over at the Golden Globes saying, oh, you know, he made a jibe about, you know, don't get up here. Nobody cares about your politics. And all of a sudden you heard a bunch of people going, yeah, cheering on people who could care less about Ricky Gervais all of a sudden cheering him on. So,
right, yes.
My question is, you know, what do you think? Do you think celebrities should be talking politics?
I think it's fine. I mean, I think art in any form is meant to be societal commentary, is meant to be compelling, meant to be provocative. And so here's a way that you can do that. I mean, and also I think somebody that has a platform, whatever sort of fame or, you know, attention you have from the public, sure. I think if you have a platform now, of course, it's a question, do you use that responsibly? Do you know what you're talking about? I mean, that all plays into it. But I applaud that. Like, if you know people are listening and you have an issue, you're really passionate about it, and you're a musician and want to maybe make some difference, heck yeah.
So I think in the art, absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm pretty sorely disappointed with the music that is
it hasn't
of
been
this
happening
age
lately.
because this is a hugely political age. I mean, everybody's talking about politics. Everybody's up in arms and angry about it. And if you look at past time periods like that, like the Vietnam War, you've got great music.
Exactly. Marvin Gaye and
right.
Jimi Hendrix, you know, actually making protest songs and things. Yeah,
all that stuff you've got coming out. I mean, I even think back to the Iraq War, and you've got, you know, Green Day making American Idiot and stuff like that. Right. And it just feels like nobody has been speaking out on politics. Eminem actually has.
I know. I think that's great. So you mean, yeah, so his is in the art. So your question was actually not within the art of a person?
Oh, well, not, yeah.
Oh.
But, you know, I mean, if they're just going to get there on
their Instagram post or just giving a random speech or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's a little bit different. And personally, I think it's a lot more compelling when you do it through art. Like, I don't know if you've seen his video yet for Darkness, but yeah, I mean, it's...
My rule of thumb is got to be that you've got to know what you're talking about. All right. If you want to be Angelina Jolie and actually go out there to, you know, the Sudan or Darfur or wherever it is that she's gone so that she can speak about the issues.
Right.
By all means, if you have made yourself an expert or talk to experts, fine. The problem is when you don't know what you're talking about.
Well, isn't that true for anyone? Yeah.
Well, yes, but especially when you've got a loud megaphone.
Right, and people are going to believe what you say.
And I don't think that's an anti-Hollywood thing, because I don't think this is a right-left thing, because when you look at the guy who's got the really big megaphone and doesn't know what he's talking about and shoots his mouth off all the time, he's just a reality TV star.
Right.
Exactly. And he's like the biggest example of somebody who, you know, comes from Hollywood and doesn't know what he's talking about, and there's all kinds of ill effects. Now, that happens on the left too, but I just think you can't be an idiot. Idiots with megaphones are a problem.
Are very bad. Yeah, but also idiots listening to those with them.
Well, that's why the idiots with the megaphones are a problem.
Yes, but we should all be informed as well, and not just take someone's opinions as gospel because they're a celebrity.
All right, if we're going to take this discussion any further, I'm going to need something a little bit harder than the
it's funny
wingman
because
water here.
I like the wingman water, and no joke though, over the holidays, I was like, you know what would make this even better is some vodka.
All right. We've got a lot more in store for you in 2020. Like we said, we're going to be putting out new episodes 4 times a week. And one of the things that those episodes are going to feature is music.
Yes, super excited. Every day.
Let's get into a song here.
Yeah, so this first song I have for you is called 2:22, like the time on a clock, 2:22. It's all about looking for the signs when you think you may have found the one. And the artist, her name is Danny Darling. She's from Ann Arbor. This song is off of her EP Nocturne, which was selected by the Metro Times as one of the best local releases last year. And she's also been named one of the Metro Times artists to watch in 2020. So she will be at the Willis Show Bar this Thursday, January 23rd, for a show that we're hosting. So I'm even more excited about. So take a listen.
All right, we're going to check it out. And don't forget, if you are a local band or musician or stand-up comedian, just go to our website, thedebriefdetroit.com, and you can submit your songs and your stand-up comedy bits.
Submit your bits.
Submit your bits right there. Till then, Detroit's moving.
Keep up.
You're like one big old heartbeat, boy. You beat all over. 4 nights in a row, you like it. You wanna come over. Cause it was around the time you start to look at the moon sideways. Like how come I feel so much, ain't shit going my way. And I feel like you don't really care. You're acting brand new, just hanging so quiet up there. I feel like a fool. You feel like a fool. And you were there. She sent you. She sent you. She sent you. Who sent you? Who sent you? Do I know? And if you just fallen through, can I come to? Do I know you? And if you just fallen through, in these moments of you, I spend them all with you. Your voice goes down like red wine. You were so fine, so fine. We talk deep in the night about my dreams and downtime in your life. But you really say why? I'm sitting there thinking you're saying why? Say why? Check the time. I'm saying. And if you just fallen through, can I come to? Do I know you? And if you just fallen through, in these moments of you, I'll spend them all with you. You search me, what are you looking for? What are you hoping to find? Why when you go there and touch it, sighs and soul sleeping out of my eyes, who say you? Are you tired of the moon?
The Debrief.
Your guide to Detroit's arts and entertainment scene.